everybody. It's Friday the 5th of March and it's been another extremely busy week in school and at home, wherever you're learning. And it was a very exciting day yesterday in school because it was World Book Day, a day that a lot of us look forward to all year. I know my little girl loves it. She couldn't sleep Wednesday night because she was so excited to get up. She dressed up as Hermione Granger. I saw lots of Harry Potters around school yesterday. I saw witches, I saw Oompa Loompas, I saw lots of other characters from your favourite book. So well done if you participated in that. Did you watch The Masked Reader? And did you guess those readers who was behind the mask? Some of them were very, very tricky. I had no idea who they were. Lots of fun, and well done for those of you who guessed, and well done to those teachers who participated in that. Okay, so before we reveal who has been nominated as our core value champions this week, let's talk a little bit about empathy and what it means. Because this week, that is what your teachers have been looking for. They have been looking for children who can show empathy to others. Now, empathy, what does it mean? It's a really important trait or skill or whatever you want to call it. It's a really important thing to have and to be able to do. It's quite hard to define. I think the best way to define empathy is your ability to imagine what it might be like for somebody else. Okay, sometimes people say put yourself in their shoes. Now, not literally put their shoes on, but try and imagine what a situation or a feeling or something might be like for someone else. And it's hard to do that, isn't it? To try and think how somebody else might feel. Okay, but it's a very, very important thing to be able to do. And there's lots of ways to do it. And I think one of the best ways to show empathy to other people is to listen. Because if you're really listening to someone and you're actively listening and you're showing that you are interested in what they are saying, it's easier to try and imagine their situation. Yeah? I want you to really, really try and do that. And it's not something that you just do for this half term because it links into our core value. This is something you need to do through life. And the younger you are, the harder you find it. And I'm talking like really young children. Nursery children find this hard because they can only think about themselves. Okay, but as we get older, we start to be able to understand other people more. And we must be able to empathise with them. Okay, and that's who our core value champions are chosen for this week. So before we have a look at those, I want to read you a very short poem which links into empathy and kindness and care. It's a very short one, but I really liked it because it's a bit like a metaphor for kindness in your life, comparing it to a garden and flowers. So listen. Kind hearts are the gardens, kind words are the roots, kind thoughts are the flowers, kind deeds are the fruits. Take care of your garden and keep out the weeds. Fill it with sunshine, kind words and kind deeds. It's a lovely short poem about how, if you listen to those words, how kindness spreads and getting rid of nasty negative thoughts and keeping everything positive and kind and caring, and everything will be beautiful and happy and blossom. So let's not forget to mention what's happening next week. So on Monday, all children are coming back to school to learn together, and we are all incredibly excited about this. All the teachers, I know your parents are really excited for you all to be back together, and hopefully you are too. Now you might, some of you, because you've not been in school for a long time, since before Christmas, some of you, although you've been speaking to your teachers and seeing each other on Zoom, you've not physically been in school for a long time. Hopefully you've had a chance to ask any questions this week on Zoom to your teachers. However, if anyone is still feeling anxious or worried, please, you've got nothing to be worried about. The school is pretty much the same from when you finished before Christmas. It might look slightly different. The building work's coming on fantastically. It's starting to go up, but everything else is still the same. We're still here, the teachers are here, and we can't wait to have you back. So please refer to the letter that I sent out last week. It's also on the website, which clarifies start times and finish times, because they might be slightly different since, from before Christmas, and the entrances that you use are the same as before Christmas. It's a long time to think back to, but things are very similar to before we broke up. Now on Monday, when you do come in, your teachers will go through all your timetables and when you're doing everything and when you break and dinner times and everything like that. So please don't worry, okay? If you forget anything on Monday, it doesn't matter, okay? So what to bring? Obviously, wear uniform on Monday. Bring your water bottle that will need to be taken home to be cleaned every night. Reading books, we will give children reading books hopefully on Monday, and your teachers will explain to you how the system of bringing books back and taking books home will run. On PE days, we're still continuing with just PE shoes at the moment. So on your PE days, which your teachers will explain to you on Monday, so please don't worry again. Either come in trainers on those days or bring us some sporting shoes for PE days. And again, if you are choosing to have packed lunch, you can also bring packed lunch into school. Please refrain from bringing any unnecessary items into school, like toys and things that aren't necessary for school. I'm just going to quickly talk through the preventative measures. This is for both parents and children. Now, like I said, although children are all coming back on the 8th, which is extremely exciting, the rest of the country, we are still in national lockdown, and we still need to follow those preventative measures. So children, your staff will be wearing face masks, the full face covering, not the plastic shield, so the one that goes over their nose and their mouth. They will be wearing those face coverings pretty much all the time, okay? When they are teaching, they will probably take them off, but when you see staff moving around school, they will wear the face coverings. And we also are asking parents, when parents enter the school grounds, which is not many parents, it's mainly just year 1 and foundation, to please wear a mask to protect themselves and others as well. If any parents do need to come into school for any kind of meeting, they will also be required to wear a face covering. And the government guidance, which is also stated in our risk assessment, if parents cannot maintain social distancing outside, it's advisable to wear a mask as well. Children, when you come back, we will go back to the routine of washing hands and sanitising on entrance to the school, before you go to your lunch, when you come back from play. So all those systems are still in place, okay? You will still be in your bubble, okay? So play times, you will stay with your class bubble. Dinner times, you will stay with your class. Assemblies will still be online. We won't all be getting together. And I know that's something you're probably hoping for, but we will get creative on what we can do to feel like we are together, but not physically together, okay? So you will still be in your bubble, which a lot of us like, actually, don't we? It's nice to have the whole yard to ourselves. And again, we need to remember, if anybody, including yourselves or anyone in your household, has any symptoms, you must not come into school until you've got your negative results from your test. So that's really exciting, isn't it? There's a lot to remember, a lot to think about, but please, what I don't want is any of you to be worried or scared, because when you see us all on Monday, we'll all have a smile ready for you. If you have been learning at home, you need to make sure you bring all your remote learning books back into school, okay? So bring those back in on Monday, and any children that did loan a laptop from school also need to bring those back in as well, okay? Well, Miss Katuna has chosen Kyra this week for her core value champion, as Kyra has been showing care and empathy to a new member of the class. She's made the new pupil feel very welcome and happy in the classroom by building a lovely relationship with her and showing her around. That is fantastic to hear, Kyra. What lovely empathy you've shown there, and kindness and care to somebody else. Miss Senior has chosen Mila this week as her core value champion, because Mila always helps others. She shows independence when caring for others in her classroom. She always thinks of others and helps them out in lots of ways, like zipping their coat up for them, helping them cut the paper or the sellotape, and if someone's finding something tricky, like using the scissors. She's always giving the snacks out and the resources. She's so considerate of others and has such a caring nature. So proud of you, Mila. Well done. In 1GW, Miss Willis has chosen Rohad because Rohad has been showing empathy all week. So another girl started back in class this week in the Y1 bubble, and she has been a great friend to her. She's been helping her with the phonics and her writing, showing support and caring for her and helped her settle back in. What lovely things to hear Rohad, and certainly been showing empathy to others. So in Y1BB, Mr. Smith has chosen Ibrahim for incredible learning this week. He's working really hard on his sentences, and he's done some independent work at home after school to practice even more. And I can see those sentences there. Fantastic capital letters and full stop, and lovely finger spaces, and that handwriting is amazing, Ibrahim. In 2LN, Miss Bashir has chosen as her core value champion this week, Mikhail. He's always sensitive to the needs of others and is a kind and caring member of the class. Mikhail is a good friend and will involve others in games during playtimes. Well done, Mikhail. Keep it up. Miss Hemingway for 2CH has chosen Ryan as her core value champion this week, as he's always caring towards his peers. He's a good friend who shows empathy. Ryan really likes to see other people happy and shows care when they are upset. I know that Ryan is really looking forward to seeing his friends back at school next week, and he will look after them all and help them settle in. Miss Dyson has chosen Rithika as her core value champion this week because Rithika is a fantastic member of the Year 3 team, as she always looks out for others. She shows care and empathy to all children and offers support if they are feeling down. She also has a very infectious smile which makes everyone smile around her. Oh, well done, Rithika. In 3CH, Miss Callahan has chosen Ion as her core value champion this week because Ion always shows respect and concern for others when she's on her Zoom calls. And throughout her home learning, she has aimed high with each lesson that she completes. She's a very caring individual, and we look forward to all being back together on Monday. And in 4AC, Mrs. Collins has chosen Rihan, as he has shown how he really cares about his learning and has worked extremely hard whilst learning at home. He's made a great effort for World Book Day and told us all about his favourite book. And in Zoom calls, he shows care by listening carefully to others and contributing sensibly. Great effort. And I can see the picture of you there, Rihan. I know exactly who you're dressed up as. Dennis the Menace. In Year 4LC, Miss Crefrello has chosen Tawonga as her core value champion this week for showing care. She's embraced the new group that she's been in over the last few weeks and will really miss everyone when things return to a little bit more normal next week. She's included everyone and has worked hard to help others who have been struggling. She's a fantastic role model in Year 4. Well done, fantastic. Keep up the good work. In 5JB, Miss Biggs has chosen Malik as her core value champion because Malik always makes sure to show empathy and care, whether it's in class or on the yard. When someone falls down, Malik is always the first there to help them up and ask them how they are. In class, he will always offer to help someone else. He's been amazing throughout his time in the Year 5 bubble and has been an absolutely brilliant role model. So 5AH, Mr. Hattersley has been greedy this week and he's chosen 3 girls. He's chosen triplets. He's chosen Ava, Emma and Maya. And he says these girls always show empathy to others and have been empathising with each other at home to make sure they help each other with their work. They're always showing care and making sure they understand how other people are feeling. That's lovely to hear, girls, and I know that's true. You look fantastic there in your World Book Day outfit. There's a little dog in the corner as well. In 6GF, Miss Frost this week has chosen as her core value champion. She's chosen Malika. And it says here, during our literacy lesson last week, the children were making a broadsheet to showcase all their learning of Charles Darwin. Malika showed respect, dedication and hard work in that lesson. She's an empathetic learner, which means she listens to the teacher and makes good learning decisions. Well done for having such a good attitude to learning. In 6AW, Miss Wallace has chosen Christabel as her core value champion this week. She said, Christabel is always a kind and caring member of our class. She has been fantastic during our meditation sessions and is always trying her very best. Well done, Christabel. I might come into 6AW and join you with those meditation lessons. They sound very interesting. And then in 6OK, Mr. Kerman has chosen Harry as his core value champion. And what is written about you, Harry, is lovely. It says, Harry is one of the kindest and most caring children in Year 6. He's always smiling, always looking out for the children and always prepared to be friends with anyone. Well done, Harry. I'd agree with you there, Mr. Kerman, and I'd go as far as say you're one of the kindest children in school. Well done, Harry. Keep it up and well done for being a great role model.